Why does it say there's only one viewer when I can see you people coming into the broadcast? I don't understand. Okay, now up to 6. I have no idea. I was literally typing. I was typing. Do you guys or and then it just the screen black. I mean, not my whole screen, but the video part just went black. And then thank you. And then it just ended my broadcast. I'm like, what? Excuse me, you know, bitch! I didn't tell you to do that. What's going on, everybody? I got to fix my sleep schedule. I just do better when I get up in the morning, you know. Night owl. I love you, dude. Um, 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 um. I'm not frozen. Okay, good. You listened about taking it earlier. I don't know what you are talking about, but I usually take Benadryl early. Well, usually when I take it, it's plenty of time to kick in, but the problem is that I forgot to take it last night. That's my biggest problem, is forgetting. And also before I ate, and then I didn't, and then I forgot again. So when I did take it on a and and it takes way longer to kick in. Thank you for inviting in. What is your sleep schedule? I'm trying to work on one. Right now I have no sleep schedule. I just go to bed whenever I get up. But I seem to do better if I set an alarm and like have a specified time to get up. Like, not so much. I mean, yeah, that's the definition of an alarm, is a specified time. But like whenever I go to bed, if I set mine for like 8 hours from then, or 8.5, or like 8.5, depending on the day, if I'm really tired, or if I'm trying to dip myself of sleep in order to try to fix my sleep schedule. Like last night I set my for like 7 hours and 26 minutes. Why do I still remember that? I don't know. So today and I've since had Benadryl, so thank you for joining your face, everybody. I appreciate it. Also, we had like 35, 38 viewers, and I was 14. And I'm like, fuck. Ah. Search bar so we can search our faster and find them faster. And I also wish that the fans were out. Yeah, that would help. But I'm gonna try to start going to bed earlier and getting up earlier, like actual morning hours. I mean, I don't mean like 7 a.m. Let's not get crazy. Like, I feel so freaking accomplished when I get up at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Why do I get more coins every day when I'm not online? you're supposed to get some for every day that you log in, to my understanding. Well, you also get coins from commenting, liking, I think. Like you go up a level recently, because that will give you lots of coins. If you capture moments, that gives you coins, I believe. You never log in. I don't log out either, usually. Took your BP meds without nearly passed out of school. Oops. It's not good. To earn gold bars? No. Not that I know of. You have to buy them with real money. Yeah, there you go. What sheepishness said. Night said, take. Yeah, or the free spin, but you don't get to keep them. That it goes to the person that you gave your free spin to. I'm tired. Can you tell? Oh, jeez. And I didn't buy. Interesting. Man. Oh, how I wish I was tired. Holy shit. I had like 19,000 coins earlier, and now I have 45.6 thousand coins. How did that happen? Did I go up a level? I'm still level 33, right? No, I'm level 34. That is why. Oh yeah, and I did get the free spins. You get coins from stuff like that. And all the it's a lot of coins, Jen. And yeah, now I'm level 34. 30 35. 35. I'm gonna drive me to the shower. Oh. Somebody asked me or mentioned the like coffee and coffee with Carly. 46,000, that's a lot too. 7% away from level 6. Hell yeah. 11, my favorite number. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Oh my god. You know what all sounded really good? A bagel. A cinnamon bagel. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Like, the couple times where I'm like, I'm gonna get on YouNow and go live with coffee, and then usually someone that I want to watch. Or Onion is on, and I don't want to make them feel like they, I don't want to like make anybody choose, and also I don't want them to feel like, they can't broadcast because I'm broadcasting. But also at the same time, I need to kind of stop doing that, because if I keep doing that, I'm going to, like, I've decided I'm going to stop doing that. Like, it doesn't matter who's broadcasting, even if it's like, unless Emma or Katie, I'm not gonna do that because, like, sometimes Dapper's on and I really want to watch Dapper. Thank you for the likes, Karen. Carly's broadcast come to hers. Yeah, I just, but yeah, I decided, like, I can't, because, if it's somebody that, like, Dapper, like, he's never gonna notice if I'm not in his broadcast, so it doesn't matter. They know that they probably know me well enough to know that I'm not being malicious about it, and I'm just broadcasting when I can, / in broadcast, because otherwise I will never broadcast. Oh my god, my head hurts. Going to bed for a couple hours. I have a weird, tired, anxious feeling. I'm sorry that you feel like that, but I hope you sleep well. Good night. I love yawning while I say that. I think about starting to broadcast. Anybody have any? Be authentic. Be yourself. Not that I'm like a seasoned broadcaster, but I feel like most broadcasters would say that. Even when it's like their job, they would say that. Most of the world seems to be sleeping when you're awake. More reasons to Twitter. Whew. Just heat up. Good grief. How do you even know what to talk? I don't know. I just talk about random shit. I'm fairly decent. That's kind of just my personality to an extent. But also that are in the broadcast usually type things onto them. And then, things, conversations off of that. And all of that jazz. It'd probably be best if you message me on Katie's website, just because I've been getting a lot of messages on multiple platforms, and quite frankly, it's just too hard to keep track. God, I've been yawning so much that my eyes are watering. Now my nose is running. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of just been hard to keep track. So from now on, I'm only going to check my messages on the website. And, well, obviously here. But, yeah, mainly the website. So if you want to reach me, the website is probably the best place to do that. But, yeah. To be honest, it's been, like, well, it's just hard to keep track of the messages and stuff like that. Like, I like messages, but it's just too hard to keep in. Like, you guys have heard me talk. I can't keep on topic very often, super easily. It's me. And checking, and I have a lot of email addresses, and I have to check them regularly, and checking those and social medias. And I might sound ridiculous to some. The heater shut off, and then I felt that I was yelling. But Nemo. But yeah, it's just been like some people. I've actually gotten not super great reactions to my newfound boundary, I guess you could call it. About how, like, the website's the best place to reach me. Like, message me on the website because, the website's kind of my job, and I'm on there quite a bit. Even when I'm not talking, I'm usually there. So that's, like, easy for me. that's easier for me. And if I can just keep things like in the least amount of places possible, like one reason I very rarely get on a bunch of social media, like I never check Snapchat, mainly because it's not on my phone. If it was on my phone, I would probably check it. But my phone to hell. Like, it's on the fritz hardcore. But, adult Carly. Carly is busy. Carly is a very busy woman. Carly's busy platforms. Oh my god, this is funny. Um, I mean, it wasn't wrong to message me on Instagram. But in the future, if it would be like, it would just be better and easier for me if everybody messaged me on the website. But just because, it just got overwhelming. But yeah, I've had some not great reactions from a couple people that were like, you I think they thought it was personal. It's not a personal thing at all. A me thing. Just because it's getting harder. Like, I don't know how Katie did it for as long as she did, and I don't know how she does it now. Um, what if I'm never on the website anymore? Well, then I guess you'll have to get on if you want to message me. It's like, you don't have to get in a chat, if you don't want to message me. You can send me a private message, or you can get in the chat just to send a private chat message. You message me that way because I am a moderator. But people who don't understand are just being silly. Thank you for saying really, 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 really appreciate that. It's not, if it's emergent Twitter, yeah, honestly, tweeting Eddie is probably the fastest way to get a hold of me, because I don't get, like, on my phone, there's no point in showing you, but on my phone, I get notifications when it decides to work, that I have, like, via text, that I have a tweet. I do not get notifications for DMs. So, oh yeah, the website. I just say the website, and I don't ever been saying it for so long that I just kind of assume that everyone knows what the website is. But, uh, I mean, it's true that I'm not always near my computer, but, I usually, I mean, usually I'm at my computer, I'm just not always paying attention to the website 100% of the time, just because, I mean, it's not like my job to sit there and just read every single thing they're saying. But I check it frequently, very frequently. Heading to bed. Have a good night. Okay, Jamie. Have a good night, homie. Hope you sleep well. Gonna try and sleep now. Good night. Okay, Michelle. Night. I hope you sleep well. But yeah, like I said, I kind of actually, I don't know. I was a little bit nervous about, like, putting up that boundary, and then, like I said, a couple people were like, "Well, that must mean that you hate me." I'm like, "No, that doesn't." Thank you for the 50 likes. That doesn't mean that I hate you. It's literally nothing personal. It's just way, 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 way easier for my sanity if I keep everything um uh, uh in categories, compartments. Carly has a right to keep a boundary. Yeah, boundaries are healthy. Yes, that's another thing. Especially coming from me, who wasn't always great at uh boundaries. Years later, love boundaries. I love me some boundaries. And, you know, it's chaotic to, like, check Instagram and then check my tweets, and then check my DMs and email, and then check YouNow, and then check um then check my, private chat window messages. So just like, not I started to get burnt out. Like listen, I want to keep doing this for sure. I gotta put some things in place, I suppose. Uh, but like I said, um, so far I've only had a call express some mild to moderate disapproval of these boundaries, but just because I think they took it personally, and I was like, it's not personal. I promise you, it's not personal. It's like 1,000% just a healthy, logical, easier for me thing that, like, honestly, it's more efficient. Um, you know, boundaries are good. Will make you feel guilty for keeping them. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. It's more practical. Yes. Thank you guys. It makes me feel better. I was like, kind of, because I already told some people, and that was a little, I don't know. I just get a little uncomfortable about it, because I was a little worried, because I don't want to hurt anyone, especially when it's not. I mean, it's very rarely my intention to hurt people's feelings. Um, but I don't want them to think that it's personal, because it's not. Uh, well, I'm glad that and despite being afraid, it's awesome when people don't let their anxieties do. So props to you for that, and I assure you, like, that didn't bother me in the least. I promise. Healthy boundaries are good and not always understood from both sides, but def needed. I agree. I agree. People who don't understand are manipulative and don't even realize that they're manipulative time. Um, Number one, and ask questions. You. Thank you for telling me that. Uh, Boundary cross at the time. It wasn't. I had even at the time there wasn't even. My screen just went dark again. Yeah, at the time there wasn't even uh really even a need for boundaries, just because I wasn't. Honestly, at that time, you're kind of just by sheer luck that I even saw it, because I didn't even know how to get to my Instagram messages. I had done it one time on accident. I am not even kidding you. um, but uh, you tell everybody you watch. That's awesome. But yeah, a lot of times people are at boundaries, are like, not don't want to accept boundaries when they're reasonable boundaries. A lot of times those people are borderline, or just, toxic, can be toxic, or acting in a toxic manner, um, stuff like that. And I really was, like, I don't know if you could tell, but I was a little anxious to even talk about this. I feel better about it now, but I was kind of worried about it, and I talked to a couple people, excuse me, and they kind of said the same. I saw some of you guys saying them that like, basically, if they respect your boundaries, like, if they're worth your time, they'll respect the boundary, and if they're not, then just ignore them. And like ignore the negative feedback. And I was like, I don't want to be mean, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, listen, you have to like, it just makes sense. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling on about that. Would you rescue a house from a burning baby? Also, I'm dyslexic enough that when I read that silently to myself, I read it as we have a burning baby from a house. So, no, I would not rescue a house from a burning baby. I would call the authorities. I don't know. That's the weirdest question I've ever been asked, I think. And I've been asked some weird shit. Um, Carly's got a very busy woman's life. She wants boundaries. She needs them. Oh, man. I'm so glad that you said that because I felt kind of dumb for a while, not realizing how to work that damn thing. But, you know, um, learn that boundaries are very important the hard way. At least you learn from your mistakes. That is, hey, I used to be not good at boundaries at all, to be totally honest. Um, I used to, I guess, like used to like latch on to specifically one at a time. And then I would like, all about that person and then like kind of put them on a pedestal and then think like this person's amazing, they're awesome, and just kind of fascinated with that person. And and sorry. And and then I'd get crazy jealous when they would talk to other people, not talk, but like hang out with other people. Like if I saw them like being super super friendly, oh my god, with other people. They would hang out with other people. I would get jealous, and I thought I had to talk to them every day, all day, and maybe not quite that every day, all day, but definitely every day. And if they didn't respond to something I said, I was like, oh my god, they hate me. Are you mad? What did I do to make you mad? And be all dramatic about it. And um, I thought I had to know like every detail of their life because like without knowing all of these details made us closer. It didn't. Um, and help me sleep better and feel better. Hear more welcome. Um, it was unhealthy. And I would, get crazy jealous. Like my heart would start racing. And, libertarian call me, hello, how are you? Uh, you need boundaries. But, how I message them back when I can and can't always respond right away. Yeah, that's good. You have to set boundaries. You have to be healthy. I almost think too many is better than none or shitty boundaries. But I drove away a lot of people by acting that way, and a lot of the time it resulted in them just cutting off contact, like not giving me any warning at all, which is wrong of them, but it is a two-way street. I did my share, absolutely. Um, but I read the book BPD for Dummies, and it's a great book, and I loved it so much that I ended up buying the book, and taking notes from it. And I read about DBT on Wikipedia, and I took notes from that. And anytime I feel those borderline feelings, or any of those feelings described, take out the notes, and I did it until it. Well, like me, totally. I worked on it, and I was in therapy at the time, and hopefully I'll be going to therapy soon. If I ever get that, well, I got the ball rolling, 2 weeks ago, but we'll see if the place cooperates. I'm sure they will eventually. But anyway, um, But yeah, I don't know. But I definitely, I guess is what I definitely learned the hard way. And you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm embarrassed of not in like I'm getting down on sort of way, but like the way I used to act, looking back, it's embarrassing and not like I'm ashamed of it or anything, but I own it. That's how I was. I'm no longer that way in any way, shape, or form. But uh, you I would never, ever, ever, ever that way, and they classify as borderline anymore. So hell yeah. Um, you know, and so long story short, as someone I love me some bass hardcore. Just not great at always enforcing. That sounds like uh but good for you for doing the work like that. Well, thank you. I mean, it got to a point where I was like, and I was never even on the severe end of things, but like super severe. Like sometimes, oh my god, sometimes I've come across some borderlines. I'm like, holy fuck. See you later. If I'm being honest, because they're like stage 88 clingers in some situations. Sometimes, even when I'm at my worst in terms of borderline, I was not about clinginess. I mean, it was okay if I was clingy, I guess, with one person, but I did not like. But at the same time, I still needed all my alone time. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think some of it was like tied into PTSD too. Uh, so you know, if I slept, so I don't even know if I would go back to therapy. I think you should. Anything is better than nothing, and the longer you wait, the more time you're losing. Gonna try to get some sleep. Bye, y'all. Bye, bye, sheep. I hope you sleep well. Um, yeah, they can also recommend you with stuff, or if you start seeing them before the summer, you can even, as long as they work during the summer, you can do phone sessions or Skype sessions. I would do that in a heartbeat. My therapist used to do that with me sometimes. Borderline something that can go away, have it the rest of your life. It's a possibility I have BPD. I hate it when people say it's a personality disorder. It's for life. It's not for life. It's not for life. Um, like I was diagnosed with BPD years ago, and I don't meet don't meet the criteria now. Um, it takes a lot of hard work and time, practice, and educating yourself as much as you can on borderline and what people do. Like, I highly recommend, even if you're not totally borderline, I think that's awesome. Carly shows growth and determination and healing. It's just so possible. It is so possible. It really, 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 really is. And would do Skype sessions. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, Katie always says, there's nothing better than in-person therapy, and I tend to agree with that. But if you can't get there, then Skype sessions are the next best thing. Um, but yeah, thank you for the 50 likes. But I don't, classify as that now. So I would say that, read BPD for Dummies, not officially diagnosed with BPD. I guarantee somebody who does things like that, even if it's just like features of BPD, or they do a couple things. It talks about gaslighting. It talks about, I wish they paid me to talk about borderline personality disorder for dummies, because that would rock. Um, but yeah, I would definitely talk about that. I mean, read that. God, I can't even keep track what I'm saying. Um, yeah, read that. That's what I did. Uh, oh, it's how borderline people. The thing about borderline is that a lot of the things borderline people do are things that normal people do, but to the borderline people do it to a greater extent. So, um, but your diagnosis, even if you're diagnosed with BPD or whatever, it's not a life sentence. At things change, you change, circumstances change. I got to a point where I was like, I can't stand I can't stand the reactions I have to things like my best friend hanging out with other people that I don't know. What? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, it's not my fault that I had BPD. I couldn't help it. But how I can react to it, I do have control over. Absolutely. And I chose to change it and to be a better person. And I am the best version of myself that I've ever been in terms of that sort of thing. In terms of boundaries, in terms oh my god, I need to go to bed. In terms of all of that stuff, the back of my head hurts. Or like it's more of like the top neck. I was gonna get off before I started rambling. I'll get off in a minute. I'm getting hyperacusis too. Hang on, I think my mom texted me. Um, but thank you for inviting your fan. Oh, I'm like about to get off. I just looked down at my watch. It's not there. You have to go get ready. Talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you later. If I don't talk to you before then, good luck with your presentation. Jen also loves sleep. Yeah, I think I need to get off and go do things. So, I am going to. You totally should, Laura. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here because I'm like super tired. I don't know if you can see, like, I'm frozen. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm super tired. So anyway, all right, I will talk at you, catch you later. Peace out, yo.